a far-right party winning a state election in Germany for the first time since the Nazis, raising questions about Germany's political future.
Anyway, how are you? So, got loads of questions again. Some of them mental. Some of them from cats and dogs. I'm not going to get through them all, but I've just got the first ones. Tired, straight away, I'll tell you why, right? It's not just the hot bath and the stingy eyes and that I'm old, right? It's the fact that I've got a frozen shoulder coming. Now, if you remember, about 10 years ago, this one was frozen, right? For about 18 months. You have like 6 months of agony. If you touch it, it feels like your arm's coming out of its socket and you've been electrocuted and you fall on the floor and cry in agony. I used to wake up screaming where I'd rolled on it, right? And this one's getting it now, 10 years later. You can only have one in each shoulder, apparently. I don't know why. So this one's safe. And when this is over, that's it. I can sort of lift it to there. And it's got to the phase now where I'm not sleeping. It's been about a week where there's nowhere you can lay because your weight of your own shoulder, you can't lay on it. You can't even lay on the other side because the weight of the shoulder squeezes all the badness. I'm not a doctor. I've had some acupuncture, which is sort of temporary. That's as far as I can go. I couldn't be a Nazi, could I? Can't get above there. So anyway, that's why I'm tired. I've been having to schedule things around definitely having a nap at lunchtime because I know I wouldn't have slept well.
Tonight, a political taboo has been shattered. A far-right party winning a state election in Germany for the first time since the Nazis, raising questions about Germany's political future and setting off alarm bells about the far-right's rise across Europe and beyond. The Alternative for Germany Party, or AfD, taking first place in the East German state of Thuringia and second in neighboring Saxony. The AfD, formally accused by German intelligence of being an extremist group in both states. Front pages in Germany calling it a political earthquake and a slap by Germany's east. It's horrible. I find it unbelievable, this Berlin resident says. The AfD playing on fears about migration, especially by Muslim immigrants, and rallying opposition to foreign aid to Ukraine and to high costs of living.
Parts of East Germany feel that they've been left behind. They feel like they are not necessarily getting their part of the pie.
The AfD leader in Thuringia telling supporters at his victory party, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. One of the biggest losers, Chancellor Olaf Scholz, whose deeply unpopular center-left party hemorrhaged votes. Some of his coalition partners didn't even meet the 5% threshold to serve in parliament. Scholz calling the results worrying, telling Reuters the AfD is ruining Germany's reputation. But the elections won't immediately change the way Germany is governed, in part because Germany's mainstream parties are vowing to block the AfD from forming a governing coalition. Tonight, AfD's leaders calling that threat undemocratic, saying Chancellor Scholz should take the hint and pack his bags. The election also bringing shocking success for the far left, including a brand new party, the BSW, that came in third in both states. Its leader, a former communist, echoing the far right in rejecting Germany's old guard of centrists, saying the message has arrived, people want change. It's a populist message voters have been sending more and more forcefully across Europe and even in the US. In the UK, the far-right Reform UK gaining ground, its leader Nigel Farage elected to parliament for the first time in July. And in France, the right-wing National Rally gaining dozens of seats, more than ever before, and leaving French government gridlocked for months.
Should we expect more voters across Europe to take a gamble in the future on the far right?
I think you're already seeing it. And by the way, our election is coming up in November, and it's a very similar situation here, I believe.
The big question now is what all of this means for Germany's national elections set to take place next year, and whether the rest of the country will follow this sharp shift to the right. Olaf Scholz has said he plans to run again for chancellor next year, but this election dealt such a blow to Germany's centrists that there are questions now about whether his governing coalition can even hang on until next year.
So yeah, that's my problem. I know there's bigger problems in the world, but we've all got our own. That's why when some fucking idiot on Twitter goes, "Oh, Ricky, why aren't you speaking out against the atrocities in the world. I want to go because I've got a fucking frozen shoulder. All right? I don't. I ignore them. Right. Questions. And I don't want to take painkillers because the ones that work, I think they're addictive and you end up, you know, going mental. So I'm just going to just wait a year for it to get better. And Jane has to help me on now with a cardigan or a jacket. That's no good, is it? Fuck's sake. Like an old dog, I am. I am like a dog, actually. I'm like a wizard turned a dog into a human. I sit on the floor all day because I can't sit on the couch and I've got my trainers on and I can't be able to take my trainers off. Right? I go for a long walk. The other night, Jane was doing something. I heard a rattle. I went, "What are you eating?" She went, "I'm doing the recycling." I was just thinking, walk, snacks. I love a wee. You know that. I had about 5 wees last night because I wake myself up in agony and I think, oh, I might as well have a wee because I don't want to be... Is this entertaining? Fucking hell. Oh, that's the good thing about thoughts in your head. No one else can see them. So even if you think, oh my God, I seem mental, you probably don't, unless you are mental, and then you do. If you are mental, you seem it. See, mental people think, oh, no one knows I'm mental. And we're going, yeah. Whereas I'm presumably not mental because I'm thinking, oh, do I sound mental? Again, this is not medical advice. I can't stress that enough. Oh God. Good. Thank you. Thanks for following. Be nice to animals. Retweet some stuff. I'm tired. My frozen shoulder. That's as far as I can get it. Oh. Tatty bye, everyone. Tatty bye.